Late one evening, the office building was almost deserted. Noah Pierce, a 33-year-old single father and maintenance worker, received a call to fix the lights in the company gym. He knocked on the door, but there was no answer. Assuming the room was empty, he opened it and froze. CEO Arya Lockhart, 30, was changing, half-naked, in front of the mirror. Arya screamed and grabbed her shirt to cover herself. "Get out. Are you seriously breaking in here?" The employees asked, filming everything on their phones. Everyone stared at Noah as if he were a criminal. Noah stammered an apology. "I thought the room was empty." Arya's voice was icy. "Security will deal with you." Noah was escorted out, and his phone continued to ring. His daughter's voice came on the answering machine. "Daddy, are you coming home soon?" Noah Pierce wasn't supposed to be at the office so late, but the building manager called him. Emergency repairs, broken light in the executive gym. Noah was tired. He'd already worked the morning shift and then the afternoon at the supermarket, but he needed money. His daughter, Lily, had a school trip. He didn't have $50 yet, so he came. Lily was 7, smart, kind, and understanding for her age. She never complained when Noah worked late, never asked why they couldn't afford what other kids had. She simply hugged him every morning and said, "I love you, Daddy." It was enough to sustain him. 3 years ago, Noah's wife had died of cancer, quickly and brutally. Medical bills had wiped out their savings, and the funeral had taken the rest. Now it was just him and Lily in a small apartment, surviving day by day. Noah didn't ask for help, didn't want pity, he just wanted to give his daughter a decent life. That evening, he grabbed his toolbox and headed to the executive floor. He'd never been there before. The carpet was better, the light brighter. He found the gym door closed. He knocked loudly 3 times, no answer. He waited, knocked again, still nothing. He assumed it was empty. The building was almost deserted at this hour. He opened the door, and his life changed forever. Arya Lockhart stood in front of the mirror, her jacket off, her shirt half unbuttoned. For a second, they froze. Neither of them moved. Then Arya screamed, "What are you doing, Noah?" He immediately turned away, his face burning. "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I knocked. I thought, get out." He rushed out of the room, his heart pounding. Staff appeared out of nowhere. Security. Other staff were working late. Someone pulled out a phone and filmed the scene. Noah felt a chill in his stomach. It looked bad, really bad. Arya emerged from the gym fully clothed. Her face was now red with rage. "Who gave you permission to enter this room?" Noah tried to explain. "The management company called me and said the light was broken. I knocked, no one answered. So you just walked in?" I was like, "What?" The room was empty. Arya's eyes were cold, merciless. "That's what everyone says." Noah felt the accusation hit him like a physical blow. "I would never. I have a daughter. I'm not that kind of person." Security escorted him out. "I want a full report by morning." 2 guards took Noah's arms. "Please," Noah said. "I need this job. My daughter should have thought about this before you invaded my privacy." They led him to the elevator. The other employees watched, whispering and judging. Noah's phone rang in his pocket. It was Lily's ringtone. The security guard let him answer. "Dad." Noah's voice wavered. "Hey, sweetie, are you coming home? I'll finish my homework soon. I made us sandwiches. I'll be there soon, baby, okay? I love you." "I love you too," he hung up. The guards looked uncomfortable. One of them quietly said, "Look, just go home. We'll deal with this tomorrow." They let him go in the lobby. Noah, numb, walked to the bus stop. He had done nothing wrong, nothing, but no one would believe him. Especially when the CEO herself said he had invaded her privacy. He would lose this job, probably get blacklisted. How would he pay the rent? How would he feed Lily? The bus ride home seemed endless. Arya Lockhart stood in her office, still shaking. Not from fear, not from embarrassment, not from anger. She had been careless, leaving the door unlocked, assuming no one would come in. But that didn't excuse what had happened. Or did it? Her assistant knocked. "Madam, security has sent their initial report." Arya picked up her tablet and watched the footage from the hallway. Noah knocked once, twice, 3 times, waiting between knocks, finally opening the door. When no one answered, his face in the video was shocked, and he immediately turned away, not staring, not lingering, simply surprised and humiliated. Arya felt something tighten in her chest. Guilt. She had overreacted, publicly humiliated him, But now she couldn't take it back without appearing weak. The company was watching. The board of directors were watching. A female CEO showing mercy to a male employee. In such a situation, she would be called soft-hearted, emotional, and unfit. So she did what she always did. Suppressed the feeling, shifted the problem onto others. But that night, lying in her vast, empty penthouse, Arya couldn't sleep. She kept seeing his face, not threatening, not predatory, but tired, scared, desperate, and that phone call. I made us sandwiches. Her daughter was waiting for him. Arya rolled over, squeezing her eyes shut. Tomorrow she'll forget about this. Tomorrow she'll be strong again. But tonight, at least for a moment, she thought maybe she was wrong. The next morning, Noah arrived at work early. Maybe he could explain. Maybe if he talked to HR, showed them he'd knocked, they'd understand. But when he walked through the lobby, people stared at him, some whispered, some giggled. Noah lowered his head and walked straight to the repair shop. His boss was waiting. Pierce, we need to talk. Noah sat up. I can explain what happened. There's video everywhere. Noah's blood ran cold. Okay, what video? The boss turned his tablet toward him. Internal company chat, hundreds of messages. Video clip, 15 seconds. Noah opens the door. Arya screams. Noah backs away. Caption, maintenance worker caught invading CEO's privacy. Comments were cruel. Asshole, fire him. Thought he was one of the good ones. Poor CEO. She must feel insulted. Noah felt sick. I knocked 3 times. It's on security footage. Never mind, the damage is done. You are suspended pending investigation. I have a daughter. I can't afford to be suspended. I should have thought of this. Noah walked out of the office, his hands shaking. He had maybe 2 weeks of savings, and then nothing. At the company preschool, Lily was drawing with the other children. She saw Noah in the window and waved excitedly. Noah forced himself. A smile, a wave of greeting. How could he tell her they could lose everything on the other side of the building? Arya was sitting in her office. Her assistant brought in the morning reports. Ma'am, the internal video is trending. HR wants clarification on the no-show situation. Arya didn't look up. Tell them to follow standard protocol, which is termination effective immediately. Her assistant hesitated. Ma'am, I reviewed the security footage. He knocked several times. Arya's jaw clenched. That's not it. He invaded my personal space. Technically, it was a mistake. Are you defending him? No, ma'am. I'm simply stating the facts. Arya stood up and walked to the window. Board is monitoring this. If I look weak, they will question my leadership. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. Then handle it. Her assistant left. Arya stood alone, looking out at the city below. She opened the security footage on her computer. Look, Noah knocks. Wait. Knocks again. Wait. His body language. Tired, patient, respectful. Then he opens the door. Shock on his face. He immediately turns away. Nothing predatory, nothing premeditated. Just a tired maintenance worker doing his job. Arya closed the video. His guilt deepened. 2 days passed. Noah hadn't heard from her. HR continued his suspension. He picked up extra shifts at the supermarket, but it wasn't enough. Lily remarked, Daddy, why do you look so sad? I'm not sad. Honey, just tired. Is it because of work? Noah froze. Why do you ask? I heard the kids at daycare talking. They said their parents said you did something bad. Noah's heart broke. I didn't do anything bad, Lily, I promise. I know you're the best, Dad, she said, hugging him tightly. Noah hugged her, holding back tears. That evening, the building suffered an electrical failure, a massive power surge, sparks flying from the server room on the executive floor, fire alarms blaring, employees evacuating, panic and chaos ensued. Noah was in the supermarket when he got an alert on his phone. Emergency notification. All personnel evacuate immediately. His heart sank. Lily was still at the company daycare. He abandoned the checkout and ran for the bus. The ride took forever. Noah's heart pounded the entire way. When he arrived, fire trucks surrounded the building. Security blocked the entrance. Nobody coming in. My daughter's in there, sir. Everyone evacuate. She's 7 years old. She'll be terrified. Noah pushed past the security guard and ran into the building. Smoke filled the hallways. The fire suppression system activated. He found the daycare center on the 3rd floor. The door was jammed, smoke seeping out from underneath. He could hear crying inside. Lily, Daddy. Noah kicked the door once, twice, 3 times. It swung open. Inside, 5 children were huddled together. The daycare teacher lay unconscious on the floor. "Everyone out," he told Lily and the others. The children, holding hands, led them through the smoke to the stairs to the executive floor. Arya had been in a meeting when the alarm went off. She had evacuated with everyone else, but standing outside, she counted the people present. Her assistant was gone, and the server room was right next to the daycare. Who was checking the daycare? The security looked confused. "I thought everyone was out." Arya's face went pale. She ran toward the building. The security tried to stop her. "Ma'am, you can't." She pushed past them and ran inside. The smoke grew thicker. Now she heard footsteps and saw a figure emerging from the stairwell. Noah, covered in soot, was carrying Lily, followed by 5 more children. Flames licked the walls. Arya froze. He had gone inside while everyone was running out. He had saved them. Firefighters rushed forward and took the children, checking them for injuries. Noah fell, coughing, his lungs burning. Lily clung to him. "Daddy, you're hurt." "I'm okay, baby. Are you okay?" She nodded, crying. Arya slowly approached. Noah looked up and saw her, the daycare worker. She's still there, on the 3rd floor, unconscious. Arya turned to the firefighters. "3rd floor. Another person inside." They rushed inside. Arya looked back at Noah. He was holding Lily, checking her for burns and injuries. He was completely focused on his daughter, not looking for praise, not demanding recognition, just being a father concerned about the safety of his child. Something cracked in Arya's chest. The wall she'd erected, the armor she wore. This man she'd called a scumbag, a predator, had just risked his life for children who weren't even his, because that's exactly what he was. The paramedics arrived. "Sir, we need to check you out." Noah shook his head. "I'm fine. Check the kids first, sir." "Check them first." Arya stepped forward. "Do as he says. Check the kids." The paramedics nodded. They approached the children. Arya knelt next to Noah. "You went back inside." Noah looked at her. "There was red smoke in your eyes." "My daughter was in there, along with 4 other children. You saved them all. Anyone would have done the same." "No," Arya said quietly. "They wouldn't have done that." Noah coughed and grimaced. "I need to take Lily home. The paramedics need to check you out." I said I'm fine. Arya took his hand gingerly. "Please, let them check you out." Noah looked at her truly, for the first time since the incident at the gym. "Why do you care?" she asked. Arya opened her mouth and closed it. She didn't have an answer, or maybe she did, but she couldn't say it. The daycare worker was carried out on a stretcher, alive and conscious. The firefighters gave a thumbs up. "Everyone's safe. Crisis averted." The crowd erupted in relieved applause, and slowly they began to realize that Noah Pierce, the man they called a scumbag, had just saved 6 lives while they stood outside, safe, condemning him. Arya stood. The entire company watched. Now employees, board members, and members of the media had arrived. She took a deep breath, then turned to everyone. "I have a statement to make." The cameras turned to her. Arya's voice was clear and strong. 3 days ago, I publicly accused Noah Pierce of inappropriate behavior. I called security. I humiliated him. The crowd fell silent. I was wrong, they sighed today. This man risked his life to save our children, our colleagues, our company. She looked at Noah. "And I owe him more than just an apology." Noah stood slowly, holding Lily in his arms. "I don't want anything from you." Arya's eyes filled with tears. "But you deserve it." The moment hung in the air. Cameras flashed, employees watching, and Noah Pierce, standing in the ruins of his reputation, offered what he never asked for: vindication, respect. If you believe every single father deserves a fair chance, the media attention had skyrocketed overnight. A heroic tech saves 6 lives. A CEO publicly apologizes to an employee she wrongfully accused. A single father risks everything to save his children. Noah's phone kept ringing. Reporters, interview requests, people wanting to know his story. He ignored everyone. He just wanted to take care of Lily. She hadn't spoken since the fire. Intrusive nightmares. Noah knew he had nightmares too, but she was safe. That's all that mattered. 3 days after the fire, there was a knock on his apartment door. Noah opened it. Arya was standing in the hallway. No security, no assistant, no cameras, just her in jeans and a sweater. "You don't look like a CEO at all. Can I come in?" Noah asked hesitantly. "Why are you here?" "Because I need to talk to you." A real talk. Noah glanced back at Lily, who was watching cartoons. 5 minutes, Arya said as she walked in. The apartment was small, cramped, but clean. She saw children's drawings on the walls, a worn sofa, a tiny kitchen. This was where Noah lived. This was what he fought for. I came to apologize properly. You already apologized to everyone. It was for the company. This is for you. Noah crossed his arms. I'm listening. Arya sighed. I was wrong. Not just about what happened at the gym, but about everything else. She gestured toward the apartment. I had no idea you lived like this, working 2 jobs and raising a daughter alone. Lots of people do, but I should have known sooner, before I ruined your reputation, before I called you a predator in front of the entire company. Her voice wavered. I was scared and embarrassed, and instead of admitting my mistake and leaving the door unlocked, I made it your fault. Noah said nothing. Arya continued. I checked everything. Your work records, your employment history. Your manager says you're the most reliable employee in the company. You are. My job, and you do more than that. You volunteer for the toughest shifts, you cover for co-workers when they're sick, you fixed my assistant's car for free in the parking lot last month. Noah shrugged. She's a single mom too. I know how hard it is. Arya looked at him earnestly. How do you do it? Stay kind when the world constantly knocks you down? I don't have a choice. Lily is watching. I want her to grow up believing that people are good. Are there any? Arya felt tears welling up in her eyes. I'm not one of them. You're here. That's something. Lily appeared from the living room. Dad, who is this? Noah knelt down. Remember Miss Arya from your preschool? Lily's eyes widened. Beautiful lady. Arya smiled despite herself. Hi, Lily. Lily approached, shy but curious. Did you come to see my dad? Yes. I wanted to apologize for being rude to him. Lily frowned. Why were you rude? Arya crouched down to be at Lily's level. Because I was scared, and when I'm scared, sometimes I'm not. Very sweet. My dad says it's okay to be scared, but you still have to be good. Arya's breath caught. Your dad is very wise. Lily smiled. Want to stay for dinner? We'll have spaghetti. Noah shook his head. Lily, Miss Arya, she's probably actually planning something. Arya said quietly. I'd love to. Noah stared at her. Not necessarily. I know, but I want to. Dinner was simple. Boxed pasta, sauce from a jar, garlic bread from the supermarket. But Lily chattered throughout the meal, telling Arya about school, about her drawings, about the sticker collection she kept under her bed. Arya listened, really listened, and for the first time in years, she felt something other than pressure and responsibility. She felt human. After dinner, Lily showed Arya her drawings. This is Daddy, this is me, and this is Mommy in heaven. Arya looked at the picture, a woman with a halo, smiling from above. Your mommy was beautiful, Daddy said. She's always watching over us, making sure we're okay. Noah came over and carefully picked up the drawing. Okay, baby, time for bed. But tomorrow I want to show Miss Arya some more drawings. If she wants to come back, Lily turned to Arya, hope in her eyes. And you? Arya looked at Noah, then at Lily. I would love to. Lily gave her a quick, tight hug, then ran off to brush her teeth. Noah and Arya were standing in the small living room. I'm so sorry, Noah said. She's attached to people who aren't kind to her. She doesn't get much attention from adults except me. Don't apologize. She's wonderful. That's who she is. Arya walked to the door and stopped Noah. I want to do something for you. Please let me. I don't need charity. This isn't charity. This is a fix. She took an envelope out of her bag. This is a new contract. Head of Building Security. Triple your current salary. Full benefits package. Flexible work hours so you can be with Lily. Noah stared at the envelope. I can't accept this. Why? Because I don't want what I don't deserve. Arya's eyes flashed. You deserved it. You risked your life. You saved 6 people. You deserve this. I did what anyone would do. No, you did what anyone else would do, because that's who you are. She pressed the envelope into his hands. Please, let me fix what I broke. Noah looked at the envelope, then at Lily's bedroom door. This money could change everything. A new apartment. A better school. Security. But pride stopped him. I need to think about it. Take as much time as you need. Arya left, but as she walked to her car, she felt something she hadn't felt before. The next day, Noah came to the office not to clean, but to meet with HR. He was officially offered a position with benefits and respect, but Noah had one condition. I want all the maintenance staff to get a raise and better working conditions. They work as hard as I do. The HR people looked surprised. That's not the standard. Then make it the standard. If you want me to work, you'll get them too. They agreed. That same day, Arya held a company meeting. The entire staff was present, the board members, and the media were invited. Arya stood at the podium. 3 weeks ago, I made a mistake. I accused a good man of something he didn't do. The room went silent. I let fear rule me, let pride blind me, and hurt someone who didn't deserve it. She pointed to Noah, standing in the back with Lily. Noah Pierce isn't just a maintenance worker. He's a father, a hero, and as of today, we have a new head of building safety. There was applause. Noah stood awkwardly, unaccustomed to the attention, but then something unexpected happened. His co-workers, the maintenance staff, the janitors, the security guards, they all stood up one after another and applauded louder because Noah was fighting for them, not just for himself. Arya continued. I also want to announce the Lily Pierce Scholarship Fund for the children of single parents who work for our company. Full tuition, full support. Noah's head snapped up. Arya looked straight at him. The fund is named after the little girl who taught me that kindness is more important than pride. Tears filled Noah's eyes. Lily tugged on his hand. Daddy, why are you crying? Because people are good, honey, like I told you after the meeting. Arya found Noah in the hallway. You didn't have to take the scholarship. Yes, you did. You taught me something. That power means nothing unless you use it to help people. Noah smiled quietly, but genuinely. Maybe you're not as bad as you think. Arya laughed. A real laugh from you means something. Lily ran up and grabbed their hands. Don't miss out, Arya. Come with us to the park. Noah looked at Arya. You probably have work. I have an assistant who can handle it. She squeezed Lily's hand. I'd love to go to the park. They walked out of the building together. 3 people who had been strangers just a few weeks ago were now something else. Not quite family, not yet, but close. And as they stepped into the sunlight, Arya realized something. She'd spent her whole life building walls, protecting herself, proving her worth, never showing weakness. But perhaps the strongest thing she could do was let those walls come down and let in people, starting with a single father and his daughter, who saw her not as a CEO, but as a person, and that was worth more than any title. 2 weeks later, the board of directors called an emergency meeting. Arya knew what was going on, her public apology, her decision to promote Noah, the scholarship fund. Some board members were unhappy. She walked into the conference room. 12 faces, all serious. The chairman spoke first. Ms. Lockhart, we need to discuss your recent decisions. I'm listening. You have publicly acknowledged your mistake. You promoted a maintenance worker to a management position. You created a scholarship fund without board approval. Arya remained calm. I corrected a mistake. I recognized talent. I invested in our employees and their families. You made the company look weak. I made the company look human. Another board member leaned forward. Your judgment has been questioned. The incident in the gym, and now this. Some are questioning your suitability for leadership. Arya felt the familiar pressure, the weight of expectation. The old version of herself would have been ready to defend, to repel, to attack, but Noah's words echoed in her head. I want her to grow up believing that people are good. Arya stood. You're right. I questioned my judgment. I made a mistake, and I own it. She glanced around the table. Noah Pierce is the best acquisition this company has made in years. He doesn't just fix buildings, he changes cultures. He shows people what integrity looks like. He's a maintenance worker, he's a leader. And if you can't see that, maybe it's your judgment that needs to be questioned? The room fell silent. The chairman's expression was unreadable. Ms. Lockhart, are you saying you're willing to put your position on the line for this man? Arya didn't hesitate. Yes. If Noah leaves, I'll leave. A murmur of surprise erupted around the table. You're willing to give up your position for an employee, for the right thing? The chairman leaned back. That's a pretty bold statement. It's true. He looked at the other board members. Something flickered between them. Then he smiled. Good, Arya blinked. That's what we needed to know. You'll stand your ground, even under pressure, even against us. He pulled out a document. Employee satisfaction has increased 30% since Noah's promotion. Safety compliance is impeccable. Morale has never been higher, added another board member. The scholarship fund has received more positive press than our last 3 campaigns combined. Arya stared at him. So it was a test. Leadership isn't always about being right. It's about correcting mistakes. The chairman stood up and extended his hand. You've passed the test. Ms. Lockhart, district. He shook it, stunned. We're not just approving Noah's position, we're expanding it. Head of Safety and Culture is a corporate responsibility, and the scholarship fund has been approved with increased funding. Arya left the meeting in a daze. She expected a fight, expected to defend herself, but she was proven right. She found Noah in his new office, reviewing safety reports. He looked up. How did it go? They try to make me choose between you and my position. Noah's face darkened. Arya, you can't. I chose you. He stared at her. You, what did I tell them? If you go in, I go in. Noah stood up slowly. This is crazy. You've worked your whole life for this position, and it means nothing if I don't use it properly. She smiled. Don't worry. Turns out it was a test. Everyone approved. Noah sighed with relief. You scared me for a second. I scared myself. They stood in comfortable silence. Then Noah spoke. Lily wants to know if you'll come to her school play. She invited me. She made me promise to ask. She says you're her good luck charm. Arya's eyes filled with tears. I'd love to come. It's Friday, 7 p.m., in the elementary school auditorium. Nothing special. Perfect, this Friday. Arya sat in the crowded school auditorium, surrounded by parents, grandparents, and families. She watched Lily on stage, playing a flower in a garden. The girl was beaming, confident, radiant. When Lily bowed, she searched the crowd for Noah, then found Arya and waved to them both as if they were her family. After the performance, Lily ran up to them. I haven't forgotten my lines. Noah scooped her up. You were perfect, honey. Lily reached for Arya. Did you like it? Arya hugged her. You were the most beautiful flower I've ever seen. Lily giggled. Can we all three get ice cream? Noah looked at Arya. You don't have to. I want to. They walked to the ice cream shop down the street. Lily walked between them, holding their hands, chatting about the play, about her friends, about everything. And Arya realized something. 3 weeks ago, she had been terrified of appearing weak, and now she was eating ice cream with a 7-year-old girl and had never felt stronger, because strength isn't about walls. It's about opening doors and letting the right people in. A month later, Saturday morning, at the park, Noah pushed Lily on the swings. Arya sat on a bench nearby, watching them. This had become their usual routine, weekends together. Not dating, not yet. Just 3 people learning to be happy again. Lily jumped off the swing. She ran to Arya. Miss Arya, could you braid my hair like last time? Of course, sweetie. Lily sat between Arya's knees. Arya's fingers gently ran through the girl's hair. Noah watched them. Something warm touched his chest. You're good at this, Arya smiled. I'm learning. She's a patient teacher, Lily giggled. You're getting better. I only pulled my hair twice this time. Everyone laughed. After her braid was done, Lily ran back to the playground. Noah sat down next to Arya. Thank you for everything. I should thank you for what? For showing me what's truly important? She looked at him. I've spent my whole life trying to be perfect, trying to be strong, never showing weakness. And now I know that being human is stronger than being perfect. Noah smiled. It took me a while to realize that too. They sat in comfortable silence, watching Lily play and listening to her laughter. Noah, can I ask you something? Anything. Do you think maybe someday this will be more than just a weekend? Noah turned to her. Are you asking if I want to date the CEO who once called security on me? Arya's face flushed as she said that. Noah took her hand. Yes, I would love that. Arya's smile beamed. Really, really, really? Lily ran up. What are you? Noah looked at Arya, then at his daughter. We're talking about spending more time together. Would you like that? Lily's eyes widened. Does that mean Miss Arya can come to our house all the time? Arya laughed. If that's okay with you? Lily hugged them both. Yes, yes, yes. They hugged, their hands intertwined, and they laughed. Noah thought about how far they had come from that terrible moment in the gym to this. A second chance for all of them. Later, on the way home, Lily held their hands again, swaying between them. Daddy. Yes, honey. I think Mommy will like Miss Arya. Noah's breath caught in his throat. He looked at Arya and saw tears in her eyes. I think so too, baby. I think so too. The sun was setting behind them, painting the sky orange and gold. 3 people walking home. Not perfect, not yet healed, but together. And it was enough. More than enough. It was everything. Not every first impression is true. One awkward moment, one misunderstanding, one wrong assumption. It can ruin a life, ruin a reputation, break a person who has done nothing wrong. But it can also teach us something. Judging is easy, understanding requires courage. Pride can blind us, but humility opens our eyes. Power means nothing unless we use it to make things right. Noah Pierce didn't ask to be a hero. He just wanted to fix a light bulb, go home to his daughter, and live in peace. But the world decided he was guilty without hearing his side of the story, without knowing his side of the story. And Arya Lockhart learned the hardest lesson of her life. Being strong doesn't mean never making mistakes. It means admitting them when they happen. We live in a world that moves fast, judges quickly, and forgets even faster. A video clip, a rumor, a moment taken out of context, and suddenly someone's life is over. But the truth doesn't disappear. It waits, patiently and persistently, until someone has the courage to seek it out. Sometimes that person is the one who made a mistake, the one with the power to fix what they broke, the one who chooses redemption over reputation. Noah remained kind when the world was cruel. Arya chose the truth when lying was easier, and together they proved something beautiful. That accidents don't have to define us, that mistakes can be fixed, that second chances are real, and that sometimes the worst moment of your life leads you to the best people you'll ever meet. Subscribe if you believe kindness can change someone's destiny.